Hello, 12:40 a.m. Yeah, I got a candle here. Cool, candlelight. 12:40 a.m., April 15, 2011. Ominous Obama oratory. I watched that speech a couple days ago by President Barack Obama, and it was pretty haunting. You could sense his total intransigence with regard to the budgetary process, because President Obama completely believes in central planning, exactly like the Soviet Union used to do. Believes in government control, and it was ominous to watch him speak with he absolutely believes that transfer payments, and that in the welfare state and the Great Society that was begun by Franklin Delano Roosevelt, which is leading to the absolute collapse of our nation. So evidently the House passed the budget for 2011, and that's why it's difficult to understand mathematics and economics at a deeper level. I saw one guy on CBC who really put it really beautifully, and basically he said the stock market run has a one-to-one correlation with the injections from the Federal Reserve with QE1 and QE2. He said nobody's buying U.S. stocks. The Federal Reserve's buying our own stocks. And I watched Rick Santelli report on the 30-year bond auction today, and went off swimmingly. People buying the 30-year U.S. bond for 4.54%. I mean, lending the U.S. government money for 30 years at 4.54%. Inflation's above that. So it's all smoke and mirrors. This recovery is completely false and fake. Our president he believes in taking from the rich, wants to take more from the rich. In other words, people that make money. It's not like people that make a lot of money aren't paying taxes. They pay tons of taxes, but he wants a higher percentage of their money. He wants to be Robin Hood. He's determined to be Robin Hood, and he feels he's right in being Robin Hood. It's really no different than if I thought, I really like people that lift weights. In fact, that's the most important thing. So I think we need to have government subsidies for everybody that wants to bench press, and buy them $300 of muscle milk each month. That's the most important priority. It's important because the future of our country is depending on strong men that can bench press, let's say 250. And so all guys that bench press, girls that bench press, anybody that wants to bench press, we have to have a government program called Head Start Bench Press, or whatever you want to call it, and all those guys need to get at least 500, maybe 700 in protein, because everybody deserves to bench press. In fact, I think we should buy them an Olympic set and a bench, and they might need a good outfit to bench press in. They should be able to have a gym membership in case they can't use the bench press that the government buys them at their own house. I mean, it's just freaking ridiculous. So the seeds of destruction of our country have been sown for many, many years. But now it's over. It's over. And these guys aren't going to fix it. And just the main message of this video that I want to say, and that I'm filming here at night, as I drove home and I was just thinking about things today, is our country is not going to last till the 2012 elections. We are going to implode and have a massive financial crisis before then. Even the Federal Reserve, with all their shenanigans and trillions of injection, won't be able to save this. Madoff looks like a tiny little mouse compared to this. This is the biggest Ponzi scheme in the history of the world, and it's very apparent and obvious once again to those that understand arithmetic and mathematics. It's pretty horrifying. So the obvious conclusion is not to be an optimist, a pessimist, or what. It's just to be a realist. And the realist thing is these elected representatives of the United States of America, both Houses of Congress and the President, they are not going to fix things. So the United States is going to go through a financial collapse, which will lead to a breakup of this country. That's de facto for sure going to happen. So the most rational thing to do is to take action accordingly. Prepare to be self-sufficient. I mean, the states are going to go down like dominoes. The municipalities, the cities, the counties, the states, and the nation, and the whole world. So the financial crisis is coming. So you got to prepare for independent living. That's the only holistic, rational thing to do. So, most people won't get it. They're going to turn on TV and think, oh yeah, I'm going to collect Social Security. Oh yeah, the safety net's going to be there. Food stamps won't be here, 5 years from now. This thing's it's already imploded. It's a question of when it completely happens, and it'll happen overnight. Babylon the Great shall fall, and great. Oh, let's bring back the Mac light there. Great shall be the fall thereof. So I've got artificial light for my battery-powered Mac, which will work if I have solar power for it. But prepare accordingly. Candles, of course I have candles. Lots of candles. I've had them for years and years, and these will be valuable things to have in the future. Some people see it, but they're in the grind. You point the finger at those of us that do see it. It's like a teeter-totter, okay? It's like a teeter-totter. It's like this. You've got people up here, Social Security, whatever, and we're way down here because we don't get it. We don't get it. But all of a sudden, this thing overnight is going to go, it's going to totally turn. And the people that are dependent on the system will be as helpless as somebody out in the jungle that's fat and white, doesn't know how to start a fire, and doesn't understand that to stay out of it, from exposure and the elements. And the people that survive will be like the Indians that have been living in the woods. They know the plants. They know how to get shelter. They're in their natural environment. This transition will happen. We'll see it before not too long, but definitely in the next 4 to 5 years, we'll see this teeter-totter. And those that see it now and are preparing accordingly, quietly preparing accordingly, it's all up here. It's all up here. They could take away all your food storage and everything you have, and you know what's going on up here. You would reconnect, and then you would use other powers that are beyond yourself, spiritual powers, powers from on high, to reconnect with other people of very high frequency. The high frequency people are connecting and are going to continue to connect. And the lower frequencies will not make it. And there's fewer high frequency people than there are low frequency people. Okay. Enough for now. More later while the net is still up and running. Ciao.